So I watched Wayne. Um, it's now considered an Amazon original, but I remember when it was on YouTube Red. YouTube Red, that failed experiment. But I never personally watched YouTube Red, but I remember they used to advertise the shit in it. Advertise the shit out of it in ads. Like they'd show you, oh, here's this new exclusive YouTube Red movie. There was the fucking Logan Paul, The Thinning, that I never watched. It was him and the fucking girl from Jesse. I believe they even made a sequel. And then there was this show that was always advertised, and there was a few other things. So, it's currently streaming on Tubi TV if you want to watch it. I watched it. I thought it was a fucking great show. Um, at first, I got a little bit bored. I watched the first episode, watched probably about 10 minutes of it, turned it off. And then the very next day, I continued the episode and binged the entire show the same day. There's only 8 episodes, but it's great. The first episode is about this kid Wayne. He's clearly a bit of a troublemaker, um, but he does have a good heart. The episode starts off with him just seemingly breaking a window for no reason, but it turns out that the reason he's doing it is it's because it's a this guy had cheated on this girl that was like his dad's caregiver or something. I don't know what you would call it. Um, we're introduced to his dad. He dies in the same scene. Um, we never see that caregiver again. Honestly, surprised. Well, we never see her at least one more time. Um, he meets this girl called Dell. Um, she establishes that her name isn't short for anything, but they do say in a scene the dad calls her Delilah. She says, "My name isn't short for anything, so don't fucking ask." Yet it is short for something, and they just never expand on it more. I don't know why she would lie about something so simple, and then they just never talk about it again. A little strange, a little bit nitpicky, but I do think it's weird. Like, oh, her name's Dell. It's not short for anything. Same episode, we find out it is short for something, and then they just never talk about it again. Maybe it was something that they planned to flesh out more in a season two. I don't know. Maybe her mom's name was Delilah, and she didn't want to be called Delilah. She just wanted to be called Dell. I don't know. Um, so he gets into a fight with her dad and fucking bites the dad's nose off, and he takes off with her because the dad apparently owned this really nice car that he wanted to leave to Wayne, but when his wife left him, the fucking guy she left him for took his car. So the plot of this TV show is getting the car back. The second episode, Wayne and Delilah are having a bit of trouble. Uh, Delilah's having some doubts about him because he reveals that he doesn't know where they're going. He knows like the fucking city, but he doesn't know the address and shit like that. He's just kind of on the fly trying to figure things out. And she does think that he abandoned her for a little bit because he just takes forever to get her pads when she needs pads. Um, this episode gets like surprisingly violent. I did not expect the show to get violent like this. A dude gets a fucking chainsaw to his foot, and another girl gets like shot. I don't think she dies. I just think she gets like severely injured. And then we have like this side plot of how her dad and her brothers are trying to find her, and on top of that, the cops are after him. It's a pretty good episode. In the third episode, they're living in a hotel now. They had convinced a prostitute for some reason to rent the hotel for them. I get that they're on the run, but I don't know why they couldn't just pay for it themselves. I guess they could get in trouble or caught for doing it. The prostitute ends up just taking all their money. So for the rest of the show, they basically don't really have any money. That's what Delilah kind of gets, though. I don't want to blame a kid or anything, but she is a fictional kid. She takes out her giant stack of cash in front of the prostitute. She should have just gave her the money that she needed and not just showed how much money she has. You don't do that with strangers. That's just not a smart thing to do. Um, they meet some people. Wayne tells the people some of his childhood trauma as a fucking truth that they ask him, because they ask him truth or dare. It's a pretty solid episode. They have to run from the cops. They're able to get away. The prostitute helps them hide, but she had also stole their money. I guess she decided to be nice and help them, even though she fucking stole cash from them. Episode 4, Wayne starts to work a job to get some money while they're also hiding out in like an apartment or something that they've been living in that they're not paying for. I like how the episode makes it seem like that at first that they might be paying for this place, even though we know damn well that they lost all their money. I thought that was a pretty funny gag. Um, it turns out that the guy Wayne's working for uh, likes to turn people in so he doesn't have to pay them to immigration. So Wayne fucking chases him down and nails his hand to his van. And he explains to the people, hey, he wasn't going to pay you. He was going to turn you into immigration. It's a pretty solid episode. We learn more about the brothers' strained relationship with their father. It's pretty cool. I do want to say that I realized while watching this show that the dad is the fucking All-State Farm guy that's always like the badass where there's explosions and shit happening. I thought I had recognized him throughout the whole show, and that's what I know him from is fucking commercials. The fifth episode is all about Dell, which is pretty cool. We learn more about Delilah. It's a big flashback episode. We learn about her mom, her brothers, her dad, what her life was like before then. Really good episode. It's pretty cool to have a whole episode dedicated to a different character, even though the show is called Wayne. Episode 6, instead of Dell simply explaining to Wayne that the bus ticket was when she originally got mad at him, that she wasn't actually going to take it, she just kind of gets mad at Wayne, which I thought was strange. But I guess they are teenagers after all. But really, man, I don't know how she even bought the bus ticket in the first place, because she had got the money out, was going to pay for the ticket, and then she had made some snide comments to the girl that works there, and then she got into a fight with the girl. Did she still pay for the ticket after? Like, we never see her get the ticket, but I guess she did. Wayne and Dell um, are eating at a pizza place. They get mistaken for students at the school, even though, I don't know why. I guess they're kids is the only reason. Wayne was in the bathroom, though, so he gets lucky. But Dell gets taken into detention for truancy or whatever with a few other girls. And they kind of become friends, and Dell's able to stay at their house for a little bit. We only see these girls for this one episode, but they're pretty memorable. A lot of the characters in this show are pretty memorable, and they'll only appear for one episode. I'll always say that sometimes the characters can make a show, and the characters in this show are fucking great. These two girls are pretty likable. They turned out to be dating, and Wayne accidentally outs them later. Um, there's a school dance scene with some awesome music playing while the fucking dad's getting his shit kicked in for attacking Wayne. It also has this iconic moment where they are asking her if she has a boyfriend or something, and she goes, "I got a Wayne," and then Wayne fucking shows up on his motorcycle and helps her escape from truancy. It's fucking awesome. It's such a fun show. Episode 7 is about her dad being in the hospital, and Wayne has to tell her. The fucking dude from Boy Meets World, who played, like, I think his name was Lucas in the show, is here. He plays like a 19-year-old or something that accidentally got a girl pregnant. And much like Delilah, he just wants to leave and take off on a bus. But something Wayne says convinces him to not go. Wayne doesn't even mean to, but it convinces the kid to not take off on his kid. Um, Pretty solid episode. Delilah ends up not going to go visit her father because she realizes that he's still a pretty shitty dad. Episode 8, Wayne accidentally finds his car at a gas station. So he's able to track his mom down. And, he's reunited with his mom. He almost wants to stay with his mom. Things obviously don't go that well. The stepdad doesn't really want him there. This is a pretty good episode. I was wrong. It's actually 10 episodes. I don't know why I thought it was 8, but yeah. Still a rather short show. But they're able to pack a lot into these 10 episodes. Episode 9 decides to give us this random thing about how Wayne has apparently been protecting her forever. That there was something she did in the past that we saw in the flashback that he helped protected her from, and he's protected her from other things. And that makes Delilah want to go help Wayne, because Wayne is in trouble for trying to steal his car back. Episode 10, Wayne is arrested, and he decides to fight Reggie while in the place. I mean, I guess he doesn't really decide to do it. Reggie fucking releases a bunch of wild animals out in the town, so the cops have to go deal with it. I don't know why the cops have to deal with it. I'm pretty sure that would be animal control's job, but it makes it so all the cops aren't at the station, and now there's only one cop there, and Reggie like knocks him out. So Reggie and Wayne get their little one-on-one, and Delilah ends up coming to help him. This is where we see some more pretty gory shit. Wayne gets like some bones sticking out and shit. They take his car and they're driving, and then the fucking dad crashes into the car and takes Delilah with him. And that's how the season ends. The show ends on a cliffhanger with Delilah being taken back to her father. It really sucks that we don't get a season 2. But I honestly don't think we're going to get one. It's been almost 10 years, man. It would be really cool if they made another season and just pretend that the characters haven't aged, but I doubt it. I really don't know why they didn't pick it up for another season. Because it's a pretty solid show, and it seemed like it had a good fan base at the time, and still has a pretty good fan base now.